good, everybody? Welcome back to the Slightly Warped Podcast. I'm Rick. That's Big Show. Big Show, what's going on, man?
What's up? How are you?
I'm doing okay. Um, this is one of our head scratching episodes where people say or do some things, and we're like, that didn't really happen, did it? Or some comment to the along those same lines. But
Right.
before I get to that, I want to talk about an experience of my own. As you know, my son is autistic, and I don't think a lot of the people, and when I say people, I'm talking about teachers and members of school boards, they don't know really what autism is. And they treat it like a cold. They have the mentality, he'll grow out of it, it'll pass. He can do this, he can do that. And it increasingly frustrates me. This is something that he'll have to live with for the rest of his life. And it seems like they are afraid of dealing with it, afraid of giving him the help that he needs. And if it's something that it's a situation where they can't, then they should just come out and say, we don't have the funding for this. We can't do this. But instead of dancing around it, oh, he's okay. No, he's not okay. You can't say that and then be like, well, we're having trouble getting him to do his homework. Well, that's because you're handling it the wrong way.
hmm
And if you expect me to be the parent and the teacher, one, I better get paid for it. And two, that's telling me that you're not doing your job, nor are you willing to try. And not that I expect anything to get done about it just by venting right now, but I'm more or less just getting it off my chest. And I'm curious if other people, parents, or anybody who's been in a similar situation feels the same way. And I feel that our education system is failing us. I really do. I could be wrong.
Mm,
Doubt it.
I don't think you're wrong. I think the education system is failing us. Um, I also think that we as a society are failing our education system.
Yes.
We're not paying the teachers enough to do what they do, and um, I would assume by your situation that they're not giving the teachers the proper tools to deal with autistic kids. And there's all forms, I mean, on the spectrum. I mean, they could be anywhere,
Yeah, now
depending.
it's not even just them. It's any child that needs any special attention.
Oh
There
yeah,
aren't
most
enough
definitely.
there aren't enough paraeducators
Mm-mm,
per classroom,
no,
and that's
they're not.
already setting us up for failure.
But see, you have some teachers that are just born to be teachers.
Mhm.
And then you have some teachers that just want to be teachers. Like it's just something they decided they want to do when they were going through school. A good teacher knows that there are three ways that people learn: visually, hands-on, or lecture. Those are the only three ways people learn. And each person is different. So you might have in a classroom, and I'm just speaking from being an instructor in a martial arts room, same principle. I don't know what people's personal deal is, but I know some people need to see me do it. Some people need to do it so they understand it. And some people can just listen to how I explain it and then go and apply it.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of those hands-on people. So
Same. I'm actually both. I'm a visual slash hands-on person. I need to see it first and then I need to apply it.
yeah, and again, I am not looking for any sweeping changes to happen just because Rick's on a podcast and he mentioned it. It's more or less to vent and get it off
Just
my
a
chest.
vent,
But
yeah, for sure.
I am curious, who all out there has
And
experienced something similar.
I would say, unfortunately, the education system is not high enough on the food chain to make a change. People don't
Yeah,
care, unfortunately.
it is a damn shame. Uh, our educators, our police officers, firefighters, to some degree, the medical community. I'm talking about your ambulance people. I know firsthand that in hospitals, nurses and doctors, they do make a lot of money, but sad to say, a lot of people under them make considerably less. And that's a whole
Mhm.
nother topic for another time. But it's out there and it's sad, but it is that way.
Yes, sir.
All right, now we're gonna jump to this first article that I already shared with you. This one was a head scratcher just by looking at the title. California man dies after being arrested for being in bathroom stall too long.
Yes.
Um, that was one of those ones where as soon as I saw the article, I'm like, let me open this up. What the hell? How does that work? Now, it goes on to say in a nutshell that he was in a restaurant for about an hour, 27-year-old man named Peter, and he later died at the hospital after being detained. And what it came down to is uh, there's a pretext on this case. Was he trespassing for the bathroom stall, or was it a wellness check? Because it was at a McDonald's and he was in there for about an hour, and employees would ask if he was okay or knock. And they said there was no noise, no smell. He didn't say anything. They were concerned. They called 911, and it says the 911 audio emphasized there's no explicit request to trespass the man from the property. All right, so we got that there. And the police did come, and it started off as a welfare check, and then it became detention. He came out, and I guess they questioned him. He became quote unquote uncooperative and resisted being handcuffed. Now, it doesn't say what caused it or escalated this to become a situation where he had to be handcuffed. Uh, they just said that he left the stall, washed his hands, and appeared to head for the exit. So I'm like, bro, what do you think could have possibly happened between trying to head to the exit and the police deciding, yeah, I'll arrest you for trespassing?
So, not meaning to throw this out there, but say what color the cops were and what color the guy was.
It shows a picture of him. He's a white guy.
Okay. So, you can nip that in the bud. I figured if it was a black dude, that's why they were just harassing him. Um, I don't know. I mean, maybe they told him don't move and he kept moving and then they arrested him. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know the protocol. Um, was he a customer or did he just come off the street to use the bathroom?
And it didn't say that in the article either. It literally began talking about him being in there for an hour. So that was really baffling. Was it something that he ate from McDonald's?
I was about to say about the lawsuit. I'm smelling a lawsuit.
um, the weird thing is,
And
uh,
McDonald's
oh,
gave me dysentery.
well, unfortunately, he died. So we really
Ah,
need to know these facts.
did they say what he died from?
Uh, the article's too new. I mean, it's something that I would probably want to follow up on to see if there's an autopsy, because that would be interesting. Maybe that's why he was in the bathroom for so long. Maybe there was generally something
Or
wrong.
maybe the cops roughed him up and he died, had a heart attack. How old was he?
Oh, there could have been. He was 27, so it could
Let's
could have
see,
been.
still young to where you wouldn't necessarily say a heart attack, but younger people have died from heart attacks.
That is also true, and
Uh,
I am so curious to find out
it's a
more about
crazy
this
story.
because
We'll have to follow up on it.
yeah, because there's so many different ways you can go with this. Because, like you said, was it the McDonald's? If there is, I need to cut down on my fast food eating. Um, did he get roughed up? Did something happen? Between when he got booked and when he ended up going to the hospital after they reported that there was a problem. It's a
Hmm.
scary, very scary,
Very.
and I see articles like this all the time. I mean, we don't do episodes like this all the time, but I see them and I just got to say, damn, you can't make this shit up. Speaking of, all right, George Takei has interesting posts on his Facebook page. This one I'm not going too far in detail with, but here's the article. It says here there are always risks in an open marriage. And I'm going to talk about that in a second because there's just no reason to have an open marriage, but I'll get there. I'll get there. Here's the article. Woman irate when husband falls for someone else after talking him into an open marriage. Bro, I don't even need to go any further. She tried to have her cake and eat it too and was mad because he got a bigger slice. That's all there is to it. Going back to what I was saying earlier, you don't need an open marriage. If you want to marry somebody, it's you and them. You and them. If you want somebody else, you better get out of where you at. Period. There's no two ways about it. But when you say, honey, we should have open marriage. We should be able to see other people. When that shit backfires on you, like it did on her, she's got to suffer the consequences. She asked for it. She literally asked for it. She rolled that dice and crapped out.
Yes. But he didn't have to agree.
Apparently, he didn't. He just decided to shop around.
But evidently he did. If he's dating other people, he's open relationship. He went ahead and did what she said she wanted to do.
But I think he fell in love with somebody else and he
Well,
moved on.
it sounds like he did, but he didn't have to choose to do that, though, is what I'm
He
saying as
he he did
well.
not. I mean,
But it just sounds, I mean, to me, if it was my case, I would just say, then why should we be married then? You know,
right.
it's kind of pointless in that aspect. But hey, there's some religions that allow that crap, so it is what it is. Teach their own, I guess.
Isn't
But
isn't
if that,
Mormonism kind of like that?
well, I think that's polygamy, where
Polygamy.
you can
Okay,
have
yeah.
more than one wife. Not necessarily the wife can have more husbands.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. I'm not so sure about I'm not up on all that big
But
time stuff
you
there.
know, why get married if you want to date around?
Yeah, to me, it is pointless in more ways than one. All right, I got one more for you, and then we're gonna talk some football here. But I want to play this for you off of Facebook feed, and then I'm gonna
Okay,
get your comments off of this.
sounds good.
Let me share the screen.
Instead of the navy or the barbs, I guess I got the congregation. Because good morning, congregation. Peace and blessings unto you from your pastor, the Reverend Honorable Emeritus. Anyway, so a lot of y'all is asking me about the blood sacrifices, and I'm here to tell you because it'll never lose its power. Idiotable. Y'all think y'all want to know about the blood rituals and all of that with the Christians, and I'm gonna be honest with you, but buckle your seatbelts. The Christians is a very interesting group. So, in order to atone for your sins, in order to get right with God, blood got to be shed. Okay? And there's no ways around it. They used to sacrifice the animals, anything. It's like the blood is cleansing. Okay? And what happened, what it is the Christians viewed the blood as the life force. It's the power. Okay, that's where the power is of life. If all the blood is gone, you gone. Okay, so it really comes down to the power. So if you wants to cleanse the sins, which is powerful, he keeps trying to get rid of the sins, they won't go. If he wants to get rid of them, blood got to be shed. And the Christians is a very bloody group, okay? They will kill, they will shed the blood. They'll cut everybody's foreskins off, okay? And make a jacket out of it in the name of the Lord. As long as you got to put the name of the Lord on there if you want it to not be illegal. So God got a real bloodlust. Okay, there's a lot of blood rituals with the Christians, and they'll have the little kids singing, wash me in the blood, cover me in the blood, plunge me in the blood, spread the blood all over. And it's not weird at all. It's very normalized. It's not a problem for kids to say that. You will have to, when you take the communion, you're drinking the blood. It's not literal blood, but they gonna get the reddest juice that they can find and drink it just to symbolize with the blood. If you want to cleanse, if you want to be washed white as snow, you got to be covered red as the blood. And the blood is going to cleanse and purify. Unless you're a woman and you're bleeding. That's dirty, that's nasty, y'all wrong. Yuck! If it's a woman. The woman with the issue of blood had her period for like 12 straight years and nobody would touch her because it's gross when it's coming from a lady. The lady blood, that's dirty, that's nasty, that's filthy. But other than that, the blood cleanses. It's pure. They'll spread it all over the doors. Like I said, they'll have the little kids saying, plunge me in the blood, wash me in the blood, cover me in the blood, and they just spreads blood all over everything. And that makes God feel powerful. So if you want to get to God, or if you want to get forgiveness of the sins, you got to shed the blood. Now, Jesus came and shedded his blood, and it got rid of all the sins. Somehow, Jesus dying cured the sin problem. If you die and kill something else, if you kill something, God got a bloodlust and it cannot be quenched. God might be like, go to the town, take the whole town, kill everybody, cut their foreskins off, bring them back, make a coat out of it. It happens all the time in the Old Testament. Now, they say that he's the same yesterday, today, and forever. But it doesn't seem like the bloodlust has been quenched because they still kill today. If you got some land and some Christians want it and God gave it to them, they can kill everybody there. And it ain't a problem. And it never has been a problem. They serious about shedding blood. They serious about weapons and guns over there to the Christians. They don't play violence, okay? Violence. But otherwise, it's pure, it's clean, it is cleansing, and it will forgive the sins. Unless it's coming from a lady. Women, yuck!
There's so much wrong.
I'd like to know what she was smoking before she did that video.
Right. Um, there are people that don't get it, and there are people that don't get it. I mean,
I
first of all,
mean, what she's. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, first of all, God does not have a bloodlust. Yes, back during the Old Testament, there were animal sacrifices. That is true. It wasn't about bloodlust, though. It was about taking something that you had that you felt of value, one of your flock, and giving it to God, an offering to God. Just that, an offering. And I believe no matter what translation of what Bible you read, it's going to have some word that's either exactly or similar to the word offering. The word bloodlust is not in there. I
True.
mean, I could pick so much apart about what she was saying.
Now, I'm going to say that a lot of stuff that she said isn't necessarily wrong,
Twisted.
not necessarily twisted. Like she did speak truth. There are Christians who kill in the name of the Lord to take what they want.
Yeah.
I mean, that is
Yeah.
true. Um, and there are people that have done that forever. Um, I mean, if you even take it to when, back in the day when we took land from the Indians, and I'm sorry, the Native Americans,
Mm.
when we took, when they took slaves, that was all in the name of God. But people do stuff in the name of God to justify their evil intentions. That does not mean that God ordained it. And as you stated, yes, in the Old Testament, that is true. You gave up your offering. Now, they didn't just do animals because he asked Noah to kill his firstborn son. And then right before he's getting ready to do it, he stopped him. So, but that's why he gave his own son. He sacrificed his own son. So that was done. And when we as Christians say we're washed in the blood of Jesus, that doesn't mean literally that we're taking a
Uh,
bath in his blood. It's we're cleansed, and it's not a one-time cleansing. If that was the case, we would all only take a bath once in our lives and we would be forever clean. That's why you have to repent daily.
yes, that's what coverage means. Cleansed and
Yes.
covered. The
Yes.
the debt is paid. It's
You know,
covered.
and then when she said about the drinking the blood of Jesus and on those I forget what I normally that's in the Catholic Church,
Communion.
I guess.
Communion.
Communion, yeah, that's about the Last Supper. That has nothing to do with bloodlust. I mean, it's
Right.
when God was telling the disciples that this is the blood of me, literally it was wine they were drinking. He didn't like cut a vein, and they were drinking it like they were all vampires,
Right.
and they weren't zombies when he said, "Here, eat. This is my flesh. Take it unto you." It was a
Yeah,
piece
he
of
was
bread,
saying, "Join me, become part of me."
right?
It,
Yeah, she's a
yeah.
little twisted. But I mean, her
Yeah.
facts aren't necessarily wrong. She just spun them in a way.
That's the problem that we have with a lot of things in this country, though. Somebody will take something that's factual and twist it just enough to make it seem logical. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, that's been the tale of time.
Yeah.
That's why Romans were able to do what they did, um, build their empire. You know, just any religion. And I
Yeah.
I kind of think that all religions generate from the same thing. It's just said differently.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, like if you're, like the Norse gods, Zeus and Thor, and then you have Egyptian gods, you
Yeah.
have Greek gods, um, which I guess Zeus would be Greek, right? No,
Yeah. Zeus is Greek. Thor is
Odin,
Norse.
Odin,
Odin.
Odin is
Odin.
Norse.
Yes.
Odin is Norse. Odin and Zeus are the same person.
Yeah.
It's just where part of the world where you're from. Um, But unfortunately, that's everything wrong with even with the internet. I mean, especially with AI. I mean, I could take your picture, I could type it in a program, and it would be your voice saying what I typed. And it could be you like to take it up the rear end with, Tonka trucks. I mean, I could put that on there.
Please don't put that on online.
I would never do that, but I'm just saying, that's that could be done, unfortunately. And people
Yes.
be like, "Oh, did you see this and that?" No, that's what I like about the Bible. The Bible gives you all the answers. It's up to you to find the questions.
Yes. Going back real quick before we get to the NFL, because you mentioned, Native Americans. I just
Mhm.
want to do a plug for our good friend Phil Machaney. Uh, he
My
has
buddy.
a site,
Yep.
Two Waters Indigenous Art, where he's showcasing all of his art, his creations. So I'm going to put a link here on YouTube for it. and I'm gonna put a link on the podcast feed for it. So if you guys get a chance, please check it out. And you can also, if you're linked to me on Facebook or Instagram or Threads or hell, every platform I'm on, there's a link on there as well. So check it out. Again, it's called Two Waters Indigenous Art. So be sure and look that up.
Very tremendously talented individual.
Yes, he is. Speaking of talent, in case anybody's been living under a rock, this NFL season, if you've known, we haven't done any predictions for the last couple weeks to you guys around here.
Right, but we're
But
batting a
like Big Show
thousand.
said, yeah, we are perfect so far for the season. Wink, wink. We are perfect. If you have checked us out before and you don't believe that to be true, you can jump in the comments. Other than that, uh, just sit there in awe and say, God, those guys haven't lost the game yet. Well, here we go. We're going to
If you
pick our
if you
week.
don't believe us, go complain to your mama because we don't care.
Yeah, we are going to get out of the show with our week 10 picks, and I'm proud of my picks because so far so good. Uh, in the picks league on Facebook, I am in first place, and I am beginning to distance myself from the second and third place people.
You were first
So
place last year, weren't you?
yes, I was. Um, I came back from seven down within the last 4 weeks of the season to win it all, and I am currently wire to wire, and I want to keep it that way. First place. That
Do you
way,
guys
it can
play
be
for money?
undisputed. No, we don't. If we did, I'd be a lot happier about it. We just play for bragging rights.
Gotcha.
And considering how my team is faring this year, I need all the bragging rights I can get. So,
Right.
anyway, for this week here, tomorrow night, or Thursday, for those of you who might watch this when it drops at a later time, my Las Vegas Raiders are going to Denver to play the Broncos. Yeah, I'm going with the Broncos. Show?
It's at Denver.
Yes. Oh,
I'm
it
go-
wouldn't matter. I'm going with the Broncos.
I'm going to be rooting very hard for the Raiders, but the Broncos will win.
All right. Sunday, we got a game overseas. I don't remember where. I don't think it's the London game yet. I think it's Berlin. Um, it's the Falcons at the Colts. I'm going with the Colts.
Hmm. The Colts just got mollywopped by the Steelers,
Exactly.
and they can't stop the run. You got Bjorn, what's his name?
Ejon.
The run, Bijan Robinson.
Yeah.
He's going to run roughshod to that Colts defense, but it won't matter. The Colts will win.
Okay. That was my logic too. I mean, they'll neutralize the running game because they'll be up by more than two scores. But anyway, the noon games begin with the Giants at the Bears. And for the first time in a long time, I'm picking the Bears.
Same.
Bills at the Dolphins. The Dolphins are a mess. I'm going with the Bills.
Dolphins actually looked really good last week. Who did they play?
Mm, I don't remember.
And the Bills are not as good as everybody thinks. I know they just beat the Chiefs, but and even though they beat the Chiefs and they rushed my man Mahomes 53% of the time, we was still one play away from tying that game.
True.
So they're not as good as everybody says they are, but they are head and shoulders above the Dolphins. So Bills.
Ravens at the Vikings. This is an interesting one. I'm going to go with the Ravens. Barely. I mean,
This is where we're going to differ on our first pick this week. I'm picking the Vikes.
Mike's okay. Um, Browns are going to be at the Jets. I'm going to go with the Browns.
Fuck, somebody's got to win that game, huh? Where's it at?
It's in New York.
I guess it doesn't matter. because they just traded away half their roster. I'm gonna go with Cleveland
Okay. The Patriots are at the Buccaneers. I'm going with the Buccaneers in a tough one.
Patriots.
Really? We have our second different one. Okay. Saints at the Panthers. I'm going with the Panthers.
Yeah, another one that somebody has to win.
Speaking of continuing that trend, Jaguars at the Texans.
Ooh, Stroud got concussed in last week's game. He did the gang sign to a motion when he got hit. Man, I want to pick the Texans, but Jags. I'm gonna go with Jags.
Okay, that's our third different one because I'm going with the Texans.
I just
Um,
don't think Stroud's gonna play.
that powerhouse at 3 p.m. The Cardinals, who just fresh off of beating dim boys, are playing the Seahawks. I'm going with the Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks are well under the radar, playing very good football.
Yes, they are. And whoever they played Sunday night, they dismantled. Oh, it was the Redskins.
Yeah, they destroyed the Commanders.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did I say Redskins? I'm sorry. That was politically incorrect of me. I'm sorry. I hey, I'm 55 years old. They were the Redskins once upon a time.
And
And
they
I'm the
had on
same
the
guy.
Redskin uniforms.
Yes. And it did take me 2 years to stop calling my team Oakland when they went to Los
I still
Angeles.
I still
And
call the Chargers San Diego Chargers.
there you go. See, we're old school. Um, Rams at the 49ers. I'm going with the Rams.
Mm, that's a tough one too. Is Puka gonna play? Do you know?
You know what? I don't know. He got kind of roughed up too.
Well, he was out last week. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, 49ers.
Okay, we got another different one there. Lions at those same Commanders that just got the hell beat out of them.
Lions because Commanders are done. They have no quarterback.
All right, the night game, the Steelers at the Chargers. I'm going to go with the Chargers.
Steelers at the Chargers. Yeah, and as much as I do not want to pick the Chargers, here's another one. I will be rooting for the Steelers all the way, but the Chargers will most likely take the dub.
Yeah. And the Monday night game to close it out, the Eagles at the Packers. I'm going to go with the
Ooh,
Eagles. Revenge game from earlier this season.
what do you mean they revenge game where they
Not
ain't playing
revenge game.
twice?
I'm sorry. Revenge game for last season.
Oh,
It couldn't be a
what?
revenge game from last season because they already got revenge from last season. They beat them in the playoffs to win the Super
Yeah,
Bowl. They got to the Super Bowl and won it. But hey, y'all know what I mean. Eagles.
I'm
Packers
gonna
had a
pick.
problem playing whoever they played last week. Oh, that's right. They got upset.
Who'd they lose to?
Wow, I forgot who the Packers played last week. It was somebody they should have beaten. Oh, Carolina. It was Carolina that beat them
Yeah,
16
because
to
I
13.
I think 'cause they were looking ahead to this game. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Packers in an upset.
Right. Okay. So that means that we have five, count them, five differences in
Five.
this
Wah,
upcoming week. So exactly. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to see how we fare out on that next week. And
You'll
before
probably
I get
crush me
out of
like
here,
always.
I don't know about that. I'm just trying to keep a far enough distance ahead of everybody else in the pack in my pick 'em pool because I want to go back to back. It's the only thing I live for nowadays. I've got nothing else. All right, before we get out of here, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Be sure and leave a comment. Let us know if you want to hear about anything else or have us talk about anything else on a future episode, big show. Words of wisdom before you get us out of here?
No, not really. No words of wisdom, but I appreciate you guys watching us, tuning in. Love each other. Tomorrow's not promised. And kids, stay away from the blood.
Good night, everybody.